And we're back. It has been just a couple of days since our last hex crawl. We mapped a lot of the northwest region. I remember that when we tried to investigate this subhex, we actually got lost that day, and we ended up back over here by the Dread Overlord. So we still haven't found this hex. That is one thing that we will be moving through on our way to do battle with the gnomes of Clan Cog. In our last, or maybe it was 2 sessions ago, we encountered some orcs of the Steel Eater clan, and they vastly outnumbered us. So we negotiated with them, telling them we would fight their enemies, the gnomes, if they would spare us and maybe make an alliance. Now, orcs are chaotic. They can't be trusted, but they're going to learn that neither can we. We are going to use this opportunity while they're off searching for their home. Maybe they want to invest in this land eventually. While they're off leaving us to our own devices, we are going to destroy the Clan Cog. But that's just giving us more time to collect gold, to build up another army, to take it against them. They're not safe. Just because we let them live today doesn't mean we'll let them live forever. So we are going to go to war today. We're going to buy a bunch of troops. Like, we have spent almost all of Augustus's gold to kit up the army and get ready to roll. But before we do, I have some things I'd like to get into. Like always, we always have to start with our bookkeeping. So I did roll up some new characters last night. I recorded it. If you guys are interested in it, but it's only like a 10-minute video of me rolling stats, and I realized that every time I need a new level 1, I can't really make a 10-minute video. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to roll up like 4 or 5 characters here, and we will have these available to us, and I'll label them like A, B, C, D, E, whatever. And that way, whenever I make a new character, I'll say, hey, this is from stat line C or D or whatever, because we do need a magic user. And I rolled up a couple characters last night. We have a dwarf now and a thief to replace our fallen friends. This dwarf is actually pretty good. If you guys want to see me rolling these characters up, I can post it, but I noticed that the shorter form content you guys really don't click on, you're not too interested in, but the longer stuff you are. So I do have them here. The thief is nothing special. He's another 1 hit point thief with a bunch of -1 stats. He did not do too well, but the dwarf, on the other hand, he did okay. He did all right. So he has a nice strength, and then everything is just +0. So he's actually a very good basic character. 6 hit points too, really good. So if you're interested in that, I can post the video. Just leave a comment, and I'll add that to like a 0.5 session. But we also need to know, does Parforth stick with us? Our hireling, he got 25 gold, which he got almost as much gold as all of the main characters, so he got a very even share. So let's see how he does today. He's Augustus's minion, so we need to get an 8. An 8. Let's see how he does. All right, let's see. Hey, he's going to stick with us with an 8. Okay, so Parforth has 32 experience points. When he gets to 100 experience points, he's actually at -100, and as he builds up these experience points, he'll start at 0 as a level 1 hero, and he'll just join the group in official capacity as an equal member of the group. I bought a bunch of soldiers. Ruby already had 1 Lightfoot, and so did Augustus. And if we look at the calendar, we know that they depart on November 9th and November 24th, respectively. So we have them already, but we hired 2 more Heavy Foot from Ruby. Elrandon spent almost all of his gold to get 2 Heavy Foot. And Augustus got some Heavy Horse, so we can do that charge with the lance and do double damage. And 3 units of longbow. Now, each unit, as I've said before, is 10 men. So we are a massive army now. And we're going to be just combing through the hex. And my goal is not just to do war with... Here, let's see. We're not going to do war only with Clan Cog. We're going to come up through this space. We're going to find this dungeon. We're going to come up here. Day 1 will be killing Clan Cog if we can not get lost, and if no random encounters throw us off course. And then we'll swing down here and take out Granny Pesterhide, or Pesterrot, and Jarl Peak. Remember, these are not actual lairs, they're just small hamlets, which means they're 1/5 the size of a lair. So with an army, we should be able to take them out without too much trouble. I don't know if we're going to be able to do another warfare all in one day. Usually, like, I anticipate being able to do a lot, and then, you know, the game like goes off the rails, and then we're trying to navigate through that. So let's at least do 3 battles today if we can. If we can get through 3, then that's really cool. I do want to address another thing is I bought 100 gold worth of Wolfbane, which is 10 parcels of it. And what I'll do is I'll just distribute that amongst the troops, the 100 gold worth of Wolfsbane. If we do bump into the wolves, we can scare them away with a hit. And if they fail their poison save, then they'll run away. If not, we just have to like run. Like, we just have to fully retreat and hope like we don't lose too many people in the process. And another detail, and this is the last point I want to make, is magic items have been very scarce. And so what I wanted to show you guys, and I'm sure you guys, you're all really clever, you already know this. Let's look at the treasure section here in the back. There are 2 methods to distributing gold and treasure in this game. We are sticking mostly to rolling randomly because we want to be able to not know what's going to come. We want it to be a surprise and have some fun. But also, as we move deeper and deeper into the dungeon, we've almost finished level 1 of the Lost Tomb. We need magic items. And if we're relying on a 2% roll every time, it's just not going to generate anything. So if we can fully clear the level, we are going to find a cache of magic items because we're going to use method 2 for that, which is the referee's choice. We do have authority to distribute magic items. There are some warnings about like balancing the reward versus danger, which we will keep in mind. But I think we need to just start like placing magic items along the way, so that way when the time comes, we'll be able to fight monsters that maybe not everybody in the group will have a magic item, but we'll at least be able to fight back and do something. Instead of just, you know, we have to run. We have had, I think this is episode 10, so we have had several encounters now, and nothing has yielded any magic items. So I might start placing them just, what I'll do is I will turn to this table here, and I'll use the basic chart for level 1 through 3. I won't look at expert for a while, and we will just roll. And all that's going to do is produce mostly magic swords, to be fair, and a lot of potions, but this will give us the help that we need. And in this way, I'm not just picking, oh, you get a +3 Sword of Wishes. Instead, we'll use this and we'll still get the surprise that we like from this kind of channel. So that being said, let's roll. Let's go, boys. So I'm going to set aside the player's handbook because I don't think we're going to need that for a while. Maybe. I did mark this page, but it's page 113. If you guys want to look at the stats and the morale of the men that I bought and how much gold it cost, I spent a lot. I spent 700 gold for Augustus and 70 gold each for El Randon and Ruby May. But I think we can set this aside if you guys want to reference page 113. And also, we are going to set aside the character sheets and the calendars. I don't think we're going to need these things right now. The fellows that we are taking on the adventure, we have Augustus, El Randon, Ruby May, 3 people out in the wilds, securing their fortune and their fate, going to war against the gnomes. Where do I want to put everything? Okay, here we go. All right, so to start the day, we need to map what direction we want to go. We want to cut diagonally we want to cut around the Dread Overlord's keep. We do not want to encounter this guy. We don't want to cause any trouble. So we'll move here. That'll be 2, 3.5, and then we'll go to war, and that will be all we can do for the day. So let's see if the weather is going to permit our travel. I have our little rolling box here. 9, it is very sunny. It's sunny and manageable. We're going to roll a d6. Let's see if Ruby May can guide us through the wilderness. Only gets lost on a 1. We are fine. We're going to cut through here. We are going to find this old dwarven delve. Now, we do know as DM that there's a dragon down there, but there's going to be other things too. Lots of treasure, lots of hidden rooms, somewhere deeper in the lair. I doubt it'll be level 1 will we encounter the dragon, but we know that's there now, so we can start sending people in here to level 1s to clear out level 1. We're going to move up 4th and into the battle with Clan Cog. Now, they're only going to be surprised on a 1 because they are a small group of, we rolled that number up, it was 30 gnomes, and we are a massive force. I mean, let's look at our numbers. Our numbers are huge. We have 10, 20, 50, 70, 80. We have 100 men, 103 men actually with our leaders. So I don't think they're going to be surprised on a 1 and a 2, just a 1 for today. So let's see if they're surprised. They are not. So yeah, the overwhelming numbers that we march with them against them, that kind of gives off like too much static, too much noise and attention. And so they're not surprised. So we will just roll straight up who goes first. We want to get the initiative because we don't want to lose any men to morale, because we also want to use these men against Granny Pesterrot and against the giants of Jarl Peak, which we don't even know how many giants are here. So let's see who's going to go first. Oh, just barely. 6 versus 5. We are up first. We are going to launch a volley of arrows. Now, I will say that one of the units of the gnomes, they're operating like heavy machinery, trebuchet style weaponry, because, you know, gnomes are inventors, right? Like maybe they've got crossbows, maybe it's something a little bit more mechanical, but they will have a ranged attack. But we're up first. Hopefully we can just take them out before they get an opportunity to do anything. So we are going to start with moving forward. Our horsemen are going to be able to charge, but their melee attack won't come until melee. So they are charging on their first round of combat, and they do have heavy horse. These guys are expensive. They were so expensive. They were 200 gold just for these 10 men. So let's do our 3 volley attacks, and we're going to say their AC is 15 because, actually we can look it up. We don't even have to. We want you guys to see it. I want to see it. Page 113 on the player's handbook. Go ahead and go back to it. I think that's why we pulled it up in the first place. I just forgot about that detail. So it doesn't say anything here about gnomes, but that's okay because we can assume that crossbowmen have an AC of 14. Okay, and we'll say that their footmen. Sorry, they have heavy footmen too. So we have 2 units with 15 in the front and 1 with 14 in the back. Let's see if we can take out some of their enemies. First attack is going to be against their archers. We don't want them shooting our archers. That is a miss. That is a miss. That is a hit. We have a hit for a hit. 1 hit of a unit is against 1 hit of another unit. It's just going to eliminate the unit as long as we're talking about 1 HD creatures. We are going to get into a little bit more complex rules in a little bit, and we can get to that later. So we have our hit. Our archers send a volley in, destroying their crossbowmen. Now, we have our lightfoot and then 4 heavyfoot. So we have 2 lightfoot, 4 heavyfoot. That is 6 attacks. So let's get as many D20 as I can muster. I need a green D20 as well. Oh, It's over here. Okay. That is 6 attacks. All right. They all have a +0 to their modifier. Let's see if we can hit AC 15. We have a natural 20 and a 19. Our troops crush them. We pincer move them. We overwhelm them. Like, they only have 30 men in their tiny little town, and their little hamlet is above ground. We just steamroll over the top of them, crushing them, eliminating them. Now, let's look. That was easy peasy, right? Because we got the initiative. We had overwhelming numbers. Let's look at their rewards. They are 1/5 the size of a lair. So we're only going to take 1/5 of the treasure that they possess. So this is not the, yes, this is the book I need. Okay, so we're going to go to the gnome section on page, feels like it's this one. Nope. Oh, wow. Oh, okay. On page 60 of the referee's guide, they have treasure type C. Okay, yeah, see, they have mines and machines. So this machine feature would be their ability to have crossbows. Let's see, or maybe it was like trebuchet something, but it was definitely going to be ranged attacks because they're clever, right? They like to have magic and precious gems. They go to war with other creatures. Okay, so we are going to have some treasure here. I'm going to use a little DMify it and say there is going to be a magic item, at least one. Let's see what treasure type C is, and we'll take 1/5 of the gold. Sorry about the sniffling, guys. I have a tissue. Let me use that real quick. I don't want to just be sniffling in your guys' ear the whole time. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, back to the game, Okay, so we were looking at treasure type C. That was the goal. Turning to treasure type C. Eventually we will find it. Okay, so we've got 1,000 GP. We're going to take 200 because this is only 1/5 the size of a lair. But 2 magic items, okay? So this is going to be our first magic items of the game. Let's write down our reward, 200 gold pieces. And 2 magic items. This is amazing. Okay, so it could just be a couple of potions, could be a couple of scrolls, nothing game breaking, but if it is a permanent magic item, that would be really cool. Okay, and these guys were each worth 10 each. So we do have 100 men. So there was 30 of them. That's 300. Okay, so yeah, 30. Okay, that's not great, but it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Divided by 100 men, no big deal. We're just going to take a tiny little, each person gets just a tiny bit of XP for that. All right, so now we're going to turn over here to the magic item. There's 2 magic items in their space. So we're going to roll a D100 to see what it is that we're going to start distributing to the fellas. Because, we got to have something. We really do. We can't just go into level 2 of a dungeon with nothing but some wolfsbane to keep us safe. All right, magic item number 1 is going to be 40 even, is a potion, okay? And then magic item number 2 is 6, is, armor or shield. So let's start with rolling on the potion. We're gonna slide this out of the way. Well, actually, armor and shield is the first thing to pop up. So we will... Oh, I actually added a 9 through 10 being studded leather and 11 through 12 being full plate. I don't know if you guys can see that. I will darken it just a little bit. Because in the Carcass Crawler, they introduced... I think this was Carcass Crawler number 2. They introduced new types of armor. And I own those Carcass Crawlers. I haven't been using them yet, but eventually I'm going to break them out. But if we roll on this chart, we have a chance to get the new armor too, which is slightly superior, but much more expensive. Okay, so we're going to roll on this chart over here, armor and shields. It's a D100 to see what we get. It's probably going to be a cursed item. Knowing my luck, the first item I get will curse me. All right, we have a 49. A 49 on the chart. It is. It's a cursed armor -1. Okay, so what kind of armor is it? This will dictate who grabs it. D12. 8. It is plate mail. Okay, so in this group, the only person that can wear plate mail is Augustus. So he'll put on the armor at 16 AC, thinking it's going to be something special. It drops him down to 15 AC, which is, I think, what he's already wearing, right? Okay, so how does he have a 17? Let's see. Oh, because he's got a shield. Okay, so yeah, he's going to be at 16 AC, right? So he thinks he's going to go to 16 with the 17. Oh, he's already got plate mail. Oh, that's what it is. He's already got plate mail. He thinks he's getting magical armor. It just drops him down to a 16, and he can't take it off. It's not coming off. Something's wrong with this armor. We're going to put a -1. Where'd my pencil go? Cursed. -1. The only way to remove it is through a remove curse spell. So I am levels away from that. I don't want to just be able to buy high level spells. There is a precedent in the books, and we can examine that later. But for now, cursed armor. This is the way the game goes. You know it's going to happen. All right, now we're going to go over to the potions. Let's see. These are just the standard magic items. Potions. Come on. Where are we at? Here we go. D100 for potions. We have a 22. 22 is control plants. Okay, well, whatever. Potion of control plants. And 200 gold and a little bit of XP. Okay. This was on the morning of November the 3rd, I think. Oh my goodness, I didn't even look at the date today. I'll have to do that. Let's see. Where's my calendar? The calendar will tell me what day this happens. The trusty calendar. Yeah, today is Saturday the 4th. The 4th. Okay, so that was the 4th on Saturday. We camp. Now, we have their hamlet to keep us safe, so we don't need to worry about any random monsters that could come and bother us. Did I roll a random encounter for the daytime? I remember we didn't get lost. Was there a random encounter? Well, we can do it now. We can roll it now, and if it happens, it'll be at nighttime instead. All right, let's see. 6, there's no random encounter. Okay, I'm glad that happened. I forgot that little detail. All right, we're going to wake up the next day. Our troops are fresh. They're feeling rallied and almost nigh invincible because they destroyed the gnomes. Now, they might be a little bit over eager to get back into a fight, but they don't know what they're up against. Granny Pesterot is a vicious enemy, and we're going to war against her. So the path will be 1, 2, 3, 4 today. Now, if we can get to the Pyramid of Ammon. Now, after a battle, we do have to rest, so actually it might reduce the amount of travel we can get done. We might have to stop here after the battle and then take the battle to the next day. Yeah, I think that's what we'll do, just because you can't keep going to war battle after battle in the same day. You'll wear your troops out, or they might just desert you. So our path is chosen. We're going this way on November 5th today. Back in town, Franklin's coming out of his downtime. And he's looking around. He's like, where's Augustus? Where's my partner in crime? Let's roll on the weather to see if we can travel on this day. We're fine. It is raining. It's cloudy and it's raining, but it's not gonna hamper our ability to move. On a 1, we get lost. Oh, actually, we couldn't get lost anyway because this is already there's no new traveling here. We've already mapped this area. We couldn't get lost anyway. Let's roll for encounter. No random encounters. Excellent news. We are marching on Granny Pesterrot. Let's see. On a 1, she's surprised. We are going to surround her with troops. We are going to terrify her and subjugate her to our will. Let's see if she's surprised. She's not. She sees us coming. She's an 8-foot tall monster. Razor or iron-like teeth and claws. Let's pull up the hag entry. HG. Okay, here we go. Let's pull up the hag entry. She's a black hag. She's a hideous crone, 8 feet tall with blue-black skin and iron-like talons and teeth. Dwells in desolate forests and swamps. Ravenously carnivorous. Loves human flesh. Wahaha. She's an 8 HD monster. So, what we're going to do, since she is 8 hit die, and our troops are only 1 hit die, we are going to treat her like a unit unto herself. Only 3 melee will be able to engage with her at a time. Archers can shoot from a distance. Okay, so I pulled out my hex map over here, my square map over here, to help me kind of get a visual of what this is going to be. This is going to be Granny Pesterrot, this little, like, I don't know, like, nymph. Okay, 8 foot tall. Now, we're going to have our units over here. I have my heavy units here, my light armored units here, smaller little circles. I've got my cavalry here, and I have my archers back here. I hope you guys can see all this. Now, I'm not going to break out the grid all the time, but for mass combat, I feel like it's important that we do. So the issue is once these guys are engaged, I'm not going to bring my Lightfoot in just yet. Or maybe I should. Maybe I should start with the Lightfoot and then bring in these guys to reinforce, which probably is a good idea. Well, let's pull them back first because we don't know who goes first. But I think the cavalry could charge around and smash in from the side or behind. I think that's okay because they have the movement. So we're going to treat her like a single unit. I need to get 8 successful hits against this creature before I can destroy her. She has 3 attacks. 3 attacks per turn. She can knock out, and they're all at what? Plus, let's see. She has 3 attacks. They're all at +7. She can knock out like half my unit. We need to get 8 attacks successful against her AC of 19. Okay? This could be it for my team. But what I want to do is try, because she's worth quite a lot of XP by herself, and she has treasure, okay? So to me, it's worth it. She's only ever encountered 1, so let's go for it, right? All right, so she's not surprised. Neither are our boys. We're going to have these guys up front, the Lightfoot up front, the Heavyfoot in the back. We're going to have our cavalry over here. If they get their successful charge, they will do 2 successful hits, because they deal double damage. According to the rules, that's double damage. All right. Let's see who goes first. Let's see. She moves pretty quickly. She moves overland. She does pretty far. So she can go like a massive distance. She'll be able to close. Our archers are going to be max distance as well. They're almost off the map. That's how far away they are. Okay. It was easy fighting the gnomes. They're simple little creatures, but this granny, she is not the same. Who's up first? She is. Now, we have to see how far away we are from her to see if she can close that gap. All right. She can go 50 yards in combat on her turn. We are 90 away. So she takes her full turn to get up 1, 2, 3, 4 away from us, basically. Yeah, because she can go, yeah. So she uses up her turn to get as close as she can to us. I don't see her running because honestly, if we're looking at the numbers, she's probably going to win this. Like she's just going to, yeah, she's just going to win. I just don't see any way that we can avoid it. So yeah, that's just all there is to it. She's just going to win. So, now we are going to take our turn. We have this guy who can move very far. The horses can do 150 overland. I can look it up, but yeah, I'll look it up just so you guys can see. That the war horses are in the player's handbook. It's around here. All right, war horses can move it's 120. So that's pretty far. So actually they can't move as far as she can. Because she can move. Wow, she is so fast. She moves faster than a horse. So I can move 40 yards on my turn. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're gonna get as close as we can so we can smash in with a crushing blow. My light troops, they can go 40. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these guys can move up. These guys can go 3. They're going to be a little late to the party. And my archers are just going to stay in the back. Now we've got our melee attacks. Oh, sorry. Our ranged attacks come first. We have 3 of those. Hopefully we can start peppering her full of arrows. Natural 20 will be 2 hits instead of 1. We have 0 hits against her because her AC is 19. This is trouble. All right. Now we're going to go to the top of the round. We go first. That is good news. That is good news. Now, we're still in a lot of trouble because, she can just, eliminate us. So we're going to move these guys up. These guys here, so we can have a second file. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to go here with our charge, and then we're going to have our archers make their smash attack. Here we go. 3 attacks, 19 and 20 is a hit. We have 0 hits. Now we have 3 melee attacks. 0 hits, and then we have our charge attack here. Miss. Okay, so now that we're in melee, except for the first round in combat, the horses get to attack as well, and they make 2 hoof attacks at +2. I think it would be wise for me to bring in my heroes, but they're really not that great. I could maybe cast a spell next turn to entangle her if we need to retreat. So yeah, I'll have the entangle spell ready in case we need to retreat. All right, so we had a bunch of misses. That did not work out well for us, and it's her turn now, and she is going to obliterate me. So we'll just start with the front line, and then she'll kill the horses next. That is a hit, eliminate. That is a hit, eliminate. That is a 12, is a miss. Okay, all right. So those are her 3 attacks. We need to get some. Successful attacks in now. We're gonna move up these 2. Oh, sorry, it's not our turn. We have to see who goes first. We go first. Now we need to make a morale check. Oh no, our 2 light units are dead. Only I'm not gonna have 1 death trigger everybody. It's just the similar units. So if 1 light dies, the other one would check. If 1 heavy dies, the other heavies check. All right, so we're gonna close in the gaps. We're going to have 3 melee attacks. Hey, we got a natural 20. That's 2 hits of her 8 down. 1, 2. Now, we have our mounted guys here and the 2 horse attacks. We're going to say blue and red are at a +2. These are the hoof attacks, +2. All right, miss, miss, miss. Everybody misses there. All right. Oh, I forgot my archers in the back. The archers are going to swing. Hey, we got 2 hits right here, 2 19s. That's amazing. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. We need to get 4 more or it's game over. All right. Oh my goodness, that is amazing news. That is excellent. Okay, so our heavy guys, they do have AC 14. The horse actually have AC 16, so that is something to keep in mind. All right, let's see if she can, let's see if she's going to hit these guys. Even say she does send an attack against them. Okay, she will. Okay, so one of her attacks is going to be here. That is an 8 plus 7 is a 15. That is a miss. And then the next 2 attacks are against the same AC. They both hit. That is yeah, these both hit. So we've lost 2 more troops. Things are looking really rough for us. These guys are going to close in when they can. Hopefully we can get the initiative on our turn and they don't break morale. Oh, thank goodness we're first. Okay, now we need to check our morale. These guys, as heavy foot, have a morale of 8, so we'll see if these guys stick around. They do. Let's see if these guys stick around. They do not. They flee. Oh, no. Okay, so he's going to move up, and we are going to make first 3 attacks with our range. I got to remember these guys are first, actually. Missile attacks are first. They're all misses. Now, we've got 1 attack as heavy foot. Oh, so close. No, that's not a hit. All right, now we've got red and blue as the horse at +2, and then the mounted at +0. No. Okay, 3 misses there. Oh, this is terrible news. All right, 3 attacks. First one against the heavy foot. That is a hit. Heavy foot dead. Next against the mounted soldiers. That is +7. That is a hit. They are dead. Okay, now these guys are at maximum range. She's far away. These are 200 yards away, so it takes her 4 turns to get to these guys. So let's see what I can do in the next 4 turns. I've lost a massive army here. Everyone is dying. This is crazy. I think we're going to try to make a save. We're going to try to entangle her here and just hope that my troops can eliminate her if she fails her save versus spells, which is a 12. So let's see who goes first. This is the only time it would really matter, I guess. Okay, she's going to go first. So she gets 1/4 of the way to my guys. Now our spell goes off. Let's see if she can save versus spell. She needs a 12. It says 8 in parentheses. I don't know what that's supposed to be. Hey guys, in the comments, can you tell me what does this 8 mean here? I don't know. Because it has her saves and then there's an 8 in parentheses, which I don't know what that is. Okay. Oh, if it's a magic, it might be if it's like a wisdom bonus or something, and if they're save versus magic, I don't know. But let's say save versus spells. 16, she saves versus the spells. Okay. Now we have 3 attacks. There it is. Natural 20. Boom, boom. Arrows just raining down. She's gonna, we're gonna see who goes first. We're up first. Another natural 20. As she's trying to close the gap, she's like, we're just peppering her full of arrows. I chose longbowmen for a reason because they have 210 normal range. We weren't getting any +1s being in close range. We were just like maximum range without any kind of penalty. And we just got the natural 20, driving her to the ground. She wrecked my gold supply. She completely destroyed my soldiers. But now we can look and see what it is that she's worth. So we have 1,200, but that's going to be divided by 33. Yeah, so 100 for that, and then 1,200 divided by 33. Okay, and then the treasure is going to go to my team. Let's see. But remember, this is not a lair. There's not 5 hags. They're not a sister coven. It's just one. She's above ground, and she gets caught out against an army. We have treasure type D. Now, I think that's quite a lot. I think that's like 3,000 gold or something. Let's see. I went just a little bit too far. Treasure type D is 3,900. Now, again, we're not taking the full amount. We're only going to get 25%, okay? So like that, again, is a pretty good haul. But 2 magic items plus a potion, because, again, we need to start distributing magic items out into the world. So we're going to do that now. 2 magic items and a potion. Let's get a D100. Yes, here we go. We have an 8, that is armor or shield. And then the next one is an 18, a miscellaneous item. Okay, so let's do armor and a shield. Here we go, D100, what will it be? Slide this over just a little bit. It is gonna be a 53. That is cursed armor -2. Yay, so many cursed armors. All right. And it's a 1, it's leather. That will go to, I don't know, who. We have 2 people who can, where are my character sheets for that? Yeah, we have 2 people who can have cursed armor here. He's at 16, I forgot to write that down. I mean, Ruby May's kind of the leader of this group, because she's like always doing the, she's more valuable. She's the leader. I'm going to say that she gets it. And then she realizes as she puts it on, it is cursed leather armor. And her AC is now 10, and she cannot take it off. It won't come off. Ah! Now, we could just go on a quest to figure out a way to like remove this curse. That could be really fun. But we're going to do -2 cursed leather armor. It's amazing whenever both of your magic items are cursed. So unlucky. Okay, we have a miscellaneous item here. First, you roll a d4 to see which table you're going to use. We're going to use table 2. That's this one, number 2. Okay, we're going to roll a d100 on table 2. 33 is dust of appearance. This, I think, it reveals anything that's invisible. The leprechaun is invisible. The leprechaun's always hiding. Dust of appearance. Let's find it. Silk wrapped parcels of ultra-fine metallic dust, which can reveal invisible things. Usually 5d10 parcels are found together. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay. How many parcels are in this? We have 11, 19. Oh, that's 20 right there. 39 parcels of this dust of appearance. Throwing it in the air, the dust coats everything in a 10-foot radius. So we have 39 dusts of appearance. Dusts of appearance. This is actually really cool. Blowing it through a tube, the dust coats everything in a 20-foot long cone, 15-foot wide. Anything coated in the dust is rendered visible for 2d10 turns, negating magic of invisibility, camouflage, displacement, or mirror imaging. Now, there are only like 25 rooms in the dungeon. We could just go around blowing in each room and trying to cover the full like surface area of each room until we find that leprechaun. We could. Like, that actually could work. I think that's actually what we're going to do because he's got treasure. Okay, and then we also get 1 potion in her hoard. So let's go ahead and find the potion page, which I should just mark it, I guess. This is, yeah, not the easiest thing to find. Okay, and we will roll 56 is a potion of growth. What does that do? A potion of growth. Potion of growth. The character doubles in size. Melee attacks. The character increases its strength, means that their melees deal double damage. Well, okay. That's super neat. Yeah, sounds like fun. All right, cool. So we have done as much exploration as we can do today. So let's move to the last thing, is just filling in some characters here. So we'll just, let's go ahead and do 4 stat blocks. Yeah, and then, yeah, I'll just kind of cram that in. I'm going to write with marker because I want you guys to be able to see it. Got a micron here. We'll roll 3d6. Let's do some patriotic red, white, and blue for my home country. All right. We're going to start with stat block number 1. I'm just going to bang these out real quick. Just write them down and then go on to the next character, because there's 4 I want to roll up, and hopefully we can get a high intelligence on at least one of them. Strength for number 1, we've got a 10. A 9. A 13. Yes. A 12. Hey, this guy's actually not bad. A 9. Hey, he's okay. He is all right. And a 7. You know, that's okay. We have actually a lot of high charisma characters, so we don't all have to be leaders. Next guy. Oh, okay. 8. Not as good. 11. Yes. Wisdom. Ooh, that was a 4. Okay. 11. 5. Dexterity. This guy is not so great. He'll be the last chosen, I think. Okay. 13 is okay for con. So whatever he chooses to be, he'll have some hit points. That's nice. And 11 charisma. Okay, he's all right. We can work with him. Last guy, 13 strength. We don't have a high intelligence yet. It would be nice to get that. As I say it, yeah, okay, definitely. That's a 17 intelligence. Yes, we like. Wisdom. Not a wise guy. He's 8. Let's see about Dex though. Nope, nothing wonderful there. That is 7. Yikes. Give me a good con. We can make something work with this. No, again, not a good con. Well, the thing is, with a magic user, you really don't need a good con, do you? That is a 6. And charisma. Don't need a good charisma. Who cares? We have enough charisma, guys. And of course, that's our highest, 14. Okay, so we have some pretty good stats here for a magic user, because here's the thing. His dex and his con are minuses, so he'll have to hide in the back, because if he gets hit, it'll probably just be like a 1 hit point magic user. It's pretty standard. We could turn him into an elf again, but I mean, we would never want him to. The hit points won't matter because his dex is so low, and so I might as well just lean into the fact that he's only going to have 1 or 2 hit points. Just go straight magic user, reduce this, get him up. Yeah, I mean, using daggers is okay. That's okay. This person's pretty vanilla, but with the con, it makes you a little bit more survivable. This would actually be a better magic user, because you don't need to have a very high intelligence. It just, you get the bonus from how many spells you start with, but you can be a good magic user with just 1 spell. Like, that was basic. In basic D&D, you only had 1 spell. So you can do a really good job there. And then over here, we have a high wisdom. Oh, this guy's actually really good. He could be another cleric, which we need to start our 2nd cleric. So yeah, okay, we have a pretty good, oh, this is only 3. We need 1 more. Okay, I got distracted whenever I saw that 17. Okay, here we go. One more. Oh, man. I'm going to retire these dice. 6, 7, 8. Come on, guys. Come on. Oh, no. What is happening here? Hey, that's cool. That's a dex of 17. Give me a good con. No! Oh, man. I don't know about this guy. Oh, and a 7. Yikes, that dude is terrible. But the 17 is so high, it'll keep the average above 8, so there's nothing you can do about that. Okay, but I mean, really, really high dex. Okay. Yeah, not wonderful. But I really like this guy because he's got just pretty much good everything except for charisma. But you don't always have to have everybody with a high charisma. He's not being punished anywhere else. I like that. So yeah, all right, guys. Well, we've got some pretty cool characters that are going to be coming up. I'll roll these dudes up eventually, and they will be joining the cycle and rotation of heroes. So I will see you guys on the next episode. Thanks for watching. Oh, by the way, we hit 100 subscribers. That is so awesome. I'm so happy with that. Like I showed everybody, I was showing all my friends, like, look, I got 100 subscribers. This is the greatest thing. So thank you guys for subscribing. That means the world to me. You guys are great. I will see you on the next one. We are going to wrap up. We're going to finish up that level 1 of the Lost Tomb. And we'll be bringing Franklin out of downtime too. So I know he's itching to get back into the fight. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.